Hello everyone, this is Naushad. I hope all of you are doing really well. Today we will going to learn about how a rocket works. So if we need to start the conversation, we need to talk about the Newton's third law, which is F is equal to minus F. If we have something which is creating a force downwards, there will be a same force in the opposite direction upwards. So that's the Newton's third law. So using that law, we actually thought about creating the rockets to launch something in the space. Recently, SpaceX launched their one of the finest rockets. So we will going to talk about it later on. So for that, we are actually creating the video. Before starting the conversation, we need to know about the basic rules and formula for a rocket. So there are actually 3 to 4 parts of a rocket. So you can see the screen that in the topmost part is called payload. So in the payload, we actually make the astronaut sit on the payload. If we are sending a satellite to the space, we actually set the satellite to the payload, and the payload is the only part which is going to the space. Okay, so the other parts will going to detached in layers and layers. If it's going to that part, the payload will going to reach that part, and on that specific part the other parts will going to be detached. So if we come down to the payload, we have some fuel tanks, and after that we have oxygen tanks. So in fuel, the SpaceX or basic rockets, they are using the kerosene as their fuels, and in the oxygen tank we have liquid oxygen. So if we mix our fuel with the liquid oxygen, then there will be some reactions. So the reactions will going to form or happen in the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, the fuel and oxygen will going to mix, and they will going to create a lot of thrust. Thrust is something which will going to create the F or the force. So if we are creating a lot of thrust which is creating F or force downwards, so there will be a reaction force upwards, and which will drive the rocket into the sky or space. So that's the basic point, that's the basic structure of the rocket. And there will be some controlling units which is pumps and valves, which will going to control the fuel and oxygen. We cannot really mix them both at a time. We need to mix them in control them, the mixing, we need to control the mixing. So for that we have pumps and valves. That's the basic structure, basic elements of our rocket. So nowadays we know that the basic things are not there. The technology is developing, and Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, he had come with a lot of inventions, a lot of technological upgradations. So this is all about the rocket. So for now we just have a small conversation about a rocket, how does a rocket work. Later on we will going to have a discussion on the Merlin engine, which SpaceX used before, and nowadays in a previous mission SpaceX used their one of the finest Raptor engines. So we're going to have a discuss about the Merlin engine and Raptor engine later on. So for that specific reason, I'm creating this video. So more video will come. Thank you very much.